knock his knuckles.
Hello everyone and welcome to another Sonic fan game, and honestly I actually thought I was going to come in here with some kind of enthusiasm. However, let me just get into this. This is Sonic Adventure 3, so what we're going to do is hit start right away, and it might sound like I'm trying to rush this whole video. There's a good reason for that, because I've already tried recording this game twice, and I'm just going to say it up front right away. This fan game, first off, is not Sonic Adventure 3, is nothing close to a Sonic Adventure game, but on top of that, this fan game is actually not that good. So here's some of the basic things we have. You have Sonic moving in 3D, which Sonic looks fine enough. I kind of have the graphics setting on good just so I can get a steady frame rate, but even then on beautiful it still looks fine. You have the 7 Chaos Emeralds right there, but we're not going to go for the Chaos Emeralds right away. So for those who are asking, no, you're not getting Chaos Emeralds right away, because we get to show off, hey, the reason why I say it's not an adventure game, because you are using the boost from Unleashed and all the other games that came after it that have the boost formula involved. So that's kind of how it works. I don't know, it doesn't seem like there's anything that would dictate how you would be able to use the boost. It seems like with this demo you can use it indefinitely, which is, hey, that's great. Power, all the power to you, and you get this neat, very instantaneous homing attack, which I really do appreciate. But then you run into one of the many issues of the game, and that's visuals. That one's just, I mean, that was a little hard to see. And hey, did you know you shouldn't even touch the controller when you do that? You shouldn't move in any direction, because if you do, well, then you're going to take some damage. And it might seem like I'm being extremely negative toward this game, because, well, let's just say that this game kind of had it coming. I mean, it controls pretty well. It's a good controlling game, I'm not going to knock it for that. You have the boot, you have the stomp. Don't correct me, I know exactly what I'm talking about. It's just, I'm trying to get all my thoughts out of here really quick, because here's the best part. We're going to actually see one of my many issues with the game. I would boost here, but you know what? I'm not going to boost for the sake of, if I do it, I might fall off and go right into that water. That water's going to kill me. Now you might ask yourself, well, how do you get across? Well, you can do this. Oh yeah, if you're not at full speed, you don't go directly into a boost. If you're just at like a decent jog or something, and you hit the boost button, which is X on an Xbox One controller, then you go into a full sprint, and then afterwards you can go into your boost. Although you're not going to want to use the boost in this area because it is somewhat platform heavy. Now here's one of my other issues that I have with it, and it's this. I have absolutely no confidence in this platform to even attempt jumping, because, hey, there you go, you're going to slip right off. By the way, this special green hill zone, this 3D green hill zone, no checkpoints, so the moment you die, you're going to have to restart from the very beginning. You have to do this level all over again. You have 2 lives, no checkpoints, so once you get a game over, you're done, you're finished. You got to start all over in this area, which really doesn't matter. It seems like all of them might as well just be game overs. Now, I'm not going to knock the aura, because I honestly don't care. There are just some visuals that I just don't care about. I mean, the rest of the game looks fine, the lighting looks okay, but I am going to put an asterisk on that okay, because we're going to find out in just a little bit, assuming that the game doesn't completely screw me over, because I have had moments where this game has completely screwed me over out of making any progress, and it's happened before. So you kind of have to slow yourself down, and see, you don't go into a boost right away. But the homing attack is just so bizarre that you might actually just do that by accident. Impressive, huh? This is the other route that we can take. And hey, look, there's a nice looking giant crystal wall thing or rock thing. That's cool. It's a little monument. It's nice. This water you can go into. The other water, on the other hand, you better not even touch it. Otherwise, you're dead. This part, oh, you figured that your own mechanics can do it? No, you have to boost up there. And even then, you don't get it up there all the time. Or you homing attack up there. I actually never saw that before, and I've played through this, I don't know, 5, 6, 7, nah, it's more than that actually. I've gone through this level so many times, I practically know a lot of the issues that I have with it, and this section, I could probably show you how to get onto that one, but I don't really care. The point is, let me just make these jumps so that way I can further prove some of the things that I'm a little PO'd about this fan game about. I mean, first off, you're very jittery on this area, and if I even dare to attempt to jump, I might go into a homing attack or something, or I might curl into a ball. And that's my issue with this one. I feel like I can just easily run up as high as I can, but look at the level, look at that right there. You see what's wrong right there? The fact that I was able to just, like, be in the air for a brief moment. It's not really as smooth of a surface as I would have assumed, because it seems like that's how it should have been in the first place. Okay. So now okay. For those who haven't seen this, bear with me. Okay, imagine this. Person who's playing it for the very first time gets to this point, is like, okay, what now? Takes all the items in the nearby vicinity, looks around, is like, okay, so there's this there's this dark little monument area right here. Okay, there's absolutely nothing that he can see. There's something down there. He jumps on there and then realizes, holy crap, he can't go back, and he dies. And oh, I almost fell off. That would have been very fitting. How about this? Look, right there. You'd figured that would be part of the plants or something, but that looks a little off. Yes, that is a ring you need to jump through. Now, I'm going to position the camera so I can jump through it like so I can actually make the jump. And then what you're supposed to do is go out on a spring like that. And my question is, okay, well, first off, you go into this 2D thing, which is very unlike a... Look at that, I'm being bounced back. Anyways, it's unlike a Sonic Adventure game that's forcing you to propel forward. Any adventure game would probably just be like, yeah, go for it. You phase through it, that's your fault. Anyways, how is somebody going to find that unless they just so happen to have looked in the right place or looked up a walkthrough video? That's one of my biggest issues with this game alone. And hell, I have this simulated rant right... I have this, it's kind of simulating what my experience was trying to find it, and on top of that, here's a rant that I had about it. In fact, I'm going to have another rant right after this. This is all stuff that I've tried recording before, and it just didn't work because apparently this game is a pain to attempt recording. So yeah, if you say I'm a little mad, of course I am, because I'm going through this level for the 10th freaking time, because... Or this could be the 8th time, I don't care what it is, because at this point I'm just over this game. Because navigation is a pain when your lighting screws up the navigation itself. I'm gonna be honest, it looks nice, it plays okay, the level's not very good. And it's not that beginning part. That beginning part is just a linear thing. Any game, any developer can do that. Hell, even Sonic Team can do that again because they did it with forces in the first level. And that's not a knock at the game. That's just an analysis of how it looked. That's just me just saying how that turned out, because that's exactly how it turned out. The only difference is that that's not a tech demo for a game like this. That's supposed to be going by the name of Adventure 3. It is not Adventure 3. Done. Oh, now I found it. So, does that mean the level's good? Of course not. Okay, now I have a standard shield. Great. So, you're like, okay, what if you went this way? Oh no, you're not supposed to go this way unless you want to see Big the Cat doing a T-pose. Ha! I mean, at first I thought it was a nice little thing, but then here's where my curiosity peaked. I went further than that. There's an area around here, I jumped there, and it refused to let me come back. This whole area is opened. There's not an invisible wall. It'd be nice if you put an invisible wall right here, or hell, even right here. So that way all you do is just see Big the Cat doing a T-pose up to there. That'd be fine. But no, the invisible wall goes to somewhere around, it's probably a little bit further than here, but the point is that there's an open area with a hazard in it that you might as well, it's basically just a no way out of that situation. And hey, you get little things like that when you're definitely not supposed to be here, but hey, you decided to experiment and look in areas. Also, I just noticed there's a crack in that one. I'm not going to knock it for that. I don't care. It's like, okay, I can't go here. See how there's like an invisible wall here? It's refusing to let me to make actual progress. Why couldn't they do it on that side? You're going to deliberately allow players to fall to their deaths and get themselves like in dead ends that they can't, or in a place that they can't really go through. And look at that. Okay, so I got all that, and okay, my perspective is a little janky. It's a little wonky in that area. That was actually unusual to control. But there was a point where in that I couldn't get out of that camera angle. Destroy the enemies. I'm like, okay, how do I get out? I just decided to keep going. It's like, maybe the camera will fix itself. It never did, and it led to me dying because I couldn't see anything outside of that camera's perspective. Which was followed by another rant. Forget it. You know what? I know there's more to this I know there's more to this game. There's a Metal Sonic boss fight, which I'm gonna say I've seen it and it looks like the easiest thing. There's no effort in that boss fight. So you know what I'm gonna say? Yes, this is probably gonna be one of the more bitter videos I'm recording, but you know what? At this point I don't care because I did want to cover this game and unfortunately it is leaving such a sour taste in my mouth. So with that said, that's Sonic Adventure 3. I don't recommend it. Navigation's a pain in the ass, and some of the events you are forced to do, so if you accidentally go out of order, kind of like how I did, you're screwed. Some invisible walls kind of keep you from going to places that might actually work out in your favor, and that one that did not exist that allowed me to go all the way to the left gave me a point of no return. And this would be the point where we'd be like, okay, then really? Now this is the part of the game that I didn't get to play because I got a game over on that part where the camera stayed in that one section. So now I'm seeing this for the first time and I just lost my shield because I barely went over it and apparently the hitbox is so damn picky. Anyways, let's keep going. The water effect visually looks nice. I can't knock it for that. It actually does look very nice. I will say this, for a game that I happen to have so many issues with, it is visually pleasing. What's this? Why am I walking so slow through this? Can I get a camera angle, please? Oh, okay. And it the controller actually rumbles when it switched camera angles right there, I guess to signify that, hey, you've made it to the end of the level. Hey, 7 minutes to make it to the end of the level. To be fair, I did kind of stop I stopped at places just so that way I can say certain things that happened. But you know what? We're going to take the end of the level before the game decides to screw me right out of it and make me start from all the way at the beginning. Because here's the thing, we did not run into a single checkpoint. Hooray. A rank, of course. Now, I believe what follows this is a boss fight, so I'm actually doing this for the very first time. Hey, Orbot!
Orbot going to the Emerald Temple.
The Sonic voice is okay. Could use a bit of work. Green Hill Zone Act 1. You're kidding me. So, what was that first thing I went through? Very unusually pleasant piece of music you got going on, but hey, the magnetic shield. But my point is that I mean, just that first zone alone gave me a very, very bad impression of this game. And I can't go on that. Okay, so anytime I hit a wall, I just bounce up like that. It just seems like this game is giving me reasons to attempt to look for stuff that I can't go through. So I'm just going to go through it like normal, the as usual stuff, make my way through the level, and now it's very interesting that I'm playing through the second level of this when I've never been able to do this. Usually some little thing that screws me out of it, my horrible luck with the platforming on that one little section that I told you that Sonic was jittering around on. That was usually one of the many causes. The other one was the fact that I couldn't figure out where that stupid ring was that launches me up, so way I can actually make progress in the first level. Yes, I'm gonna repeat these messages. I'm gonna repeat these complaints because they're valid. It's just, I mean, what the hell? I will say this: the scenery is decent. I'll give it that. And I'm starting to become less of a fan of the Sonic voice. It's not a knock at the Sonic voice, it's just, a lot of people complain about it because there's like certain voices you can't replicate, you can't replace, so it's nothing against them, it's just you can't replace them. Now what am I supposed to do here? Oh. Got an extra life. And... oh. So with this, what? Oh, you can use the homing attack on the red rings. That makes sense. Okay. I mean, it's something I've been noticing. Sorry about. I apologize for the sarcastic tone. It's just, it's just me realizing it. Okay, so there is actually a delay on this, which is very off-putting. I mean, normally whenever.
Wow, these glittering mushrooms look pretty cool. Tails will love him.
Yeah, but my question is, what's that over there that's being censored? Watch, if I go here, that little part is blurred out, but everything else around it is just fine. You get closer and it gets a little more clear. Anyways, what I was trying to say is that that was a load of crap. I actually hit that. And that's in case you missed that, and just telling me to go here.
I'm almost sure I can burn these plants to see what's hidden behind.
Okay, well, I mean, the camera, I would love for it to cooperate, but my god, is it just refusing? At least it'll let me through. Did I just Oh, wow. Okay then, Sonic. Whatever you say. Don't look at me, I don't know how physics work. Anyways, I mean, I'm repeating the same things because there's a point to it. I mean, you give us something that's like, hey, this was like friendly of finding ways that you really shouldn't have gone through, but somehow they managed to work, and other times they didn't, and that's probably like the closest thing to it being true to adventure. This level, I mean, there's a lot of just no reasons to boost at all. The homing attack is not my favorite thing, but it's not the worst thing in the world. But the invisible walls are pissing me off. Anyways, like, it's the only thing that they got true with the adventure. Did I just lose only some of my rings? I lost some of my rings. Also, that ring sound effect, ouch. Not good. I think the rings should not have a sound effect when they drop.
Yeah! Goodbye, Eggman's robots!
Did you really just say that? Whatever. What is with Sonic's pose? And that's Green Hill Act 1. It goes right into not Labyrinth. I don't care. I legitimately do not care about ranks in this game because the point is I'm just trying to prove why I did not like my initial impressions of the first level and just trying to get through the first level. I'm not going to knock it for any of this, but maybe that face. Yeah, that face has got to be another one. The lighting really screwed up the forward progression. Yeah, Metal Sonic going with the chaos. Wow, that was terrible. Ugh. Hopefully that does get fixed soon. So now we have a fight against Metal Sonic.
Jump on those yellow springs to hit Metal Sonic.
Okay. Now I gotta find some yellow springs. That's one. Basically, you have to find all of them. You can't be serious. Do I not have rings?
Jump on those yellow springs to hit Metal Sonic.
I'd like to, but your game just did not care to give me rings at the start, so... I mean, I get it, lesson learned. Don't think this game is trying to be nice. Does that mean I... Oh, okay, that's what that did. So he unleashes his barrage of attacks, and then from there you just have to find yellow springs to hit him. Though the inverted camera is pretty obnoxious right now. But if you know where the golden springs are, you can easily hit them. That should be 3 hits, although that might technically count as 2. What? You piece of crap, I hate you. Hey, I got to start this thing again. Oh, for the love of God, just hit the stupid thing. as you can see why I'm just not a fan of this. One, it claims to be a sequel to, not really a game I like, but a sequel to a sequel of my favorite Sonic game. So you can see why I'm very strong about my opinion that this is not this is not an adventure game, because I've never faced a boss that was this, where the hell am I going? That was this confusing, I guess you could say. What is that spring supposed to accomplish? So now I have to go and search for it, and hey, I mean, I'm glad they gave me that. Hell, I'm glad they gave me anything for an attack. But now I have to go and find a final spring. I don't know, it might be here? Oh yeah, it's right there. And that might be the last one. So, even if you get killed, it still counts. And then I can just run... Oh. No, he's still there. Okay.
Hurry, before Metal Sonic escapes!
So, I guess I just chased him. What the hell? Where am I going? Oh, and I have to basically chase after him. What? Wait, so the latest game. So it just kicked me out and just told me that it's going to be ported to something else. Okay, so basically the chaos fight, or not chaos, I'm sorry, I played adventure. I was expecting something. No, I apologize for that one. The Metal Sonic fight was nothing. You find 4 golden springs, you jump into them, you hit them. And then you just chase after them, which is supposed to go into a new sequence, okay? Hurrah. Now let's see if I can hopefully successfully at some point play as Super Sonic, because that is actually in this game. What you have to do is just collect the Chaos Emeralds. And I need 50 rings. Yeah, I need more than 50 rings. Okay. There is an area here that I can get some rings and stuff, so...
Press the Y button for a light speed dash, letting you move swiftly along a row of rings.
Thanks so much, Owl. You're actually very obnoxious, and I really don't want to talk to you right now. Or I don't want to hear from you. So, at first, when I was saying my entire rant, I was saying like how this wasn't that great of a game. It really isn't. What is X? Okay, so whatever. The point was to just share how I was not very pleased with this game, and for those who do like it, that's fine by you, but I honestly think it wasn't very good. On top of that, I don't think it's adventure. I feel like this was just adventure by name only. So if you disagree with my opinions, unfortunately, these are my opinions, and I'm gonna stick to them, because honestly, I mean, it's a decent looking game visually, but it plays like crap. And I really mean that. And I don't just mean the mechanics. The mechanics are fine, if not then a little slippery. I mean mechanics combined with the level design, combined with the visuals, because there was that part that did get hidden and it was completely obstructed. There's also the areas that didn't have any invisible walls to stop me from actually going into an area that I'm not supposed to be in, causing me to lead to my death. And on top of that, it's just boring. It's a little harsh to be on a fan game like this, but you know what? I can, and I will. So with that said, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more content that I produce, consider subscribing by joining the Knux Club. Click and subscribe. That's kind of how you do it. And if you want, you can also click the bell icon to get notifications for every single time I upload, stream, or post anything on the community tab here on YouTube. At this point, I want to give a huge shout out to my sponsors, the members of Knux Club Plus. If you want to find out how to sponsor the channels, at this point now, it's actually called how to join the channel's membership. So if you want to join Knux Club Plus, you can figure out how to do so with the link down below to YouTube Gaming. It'll be a green button that says join whenever I stream, and whenever I'm not streaming, it's a $sign. It's up to you. Anyways, you also get some neat perks with it, and any and all people who consider sponsoring or joining the Knux Club Plus, thank you very much. Your extra support is greatly appreciated. If you want to find me outside of YouTube, my Twitter, my Discord server, my Amino page, and my Twitch TV page will all be linked down below. With that said, I hope you have a wonderful and safe day, and I'll catch you for hopefully a better fan game than this.